Hey everyone, my name is Trevor Haug and I'm a CPA and I'm the owner of Passageway Financial. Here with me is my wife Anna, as well as Rob on our marketing team. Yep. Hey, if you are a contractor and you are interested in the outsourced accounting service, here's how we can help you with taxes and bookkeeping.
Yeah, I love it that we don't just do taxes, we don't just do bookkeeping, we don't just do payroll for contractors, but we do this outsourced accounting model. So I'm the propagandist here. I love what we do here at Passageway Financial. And for those of you that don't know, Trevor's a CPA. He's been at KPMG, Wells Fargo, some of the biggest corporations out there. And Anna is really just, I don't even know how to succinctly say what you do, but you bring amazing perspective from the corporate world, a level of professionalism that's just insane. And meanwhile, you guys just make all of these small businesses' lives way easier. So basically, here's what we do, folks. Number one, we do business tax returns, we do bookkeeping, we do payroll, and we just kind of handle everything for you as an outsourced accountant. That's how we're different than your typical tax firm or your typical accountant for contractors. So what kind of contractors do we help? If you're a deck building company, a landscaping contractor, you might be a tiler or a subcontractor within a builder, whether you're doing commercial building and you got a ton of materials, or if you're doing in-progress billing or whatever that is, we can help there. Or even if you're just a landscaper or a land care contractor, there's a lot of different contractors that we help. We're out of the Twin Cities here, so we're out of Minneapolis, St. Paul, and we love people. We're wired a little bit more caringly, I think, for what we do here in the Twin Cities than what your typical accountant is. But what our outsourced accounting is that we just handle everything for you. So for a flat monthly fee, and it's anywhere between $500, $1,500, $3,500 for our bigger customers, but we're an alternative to hiring somebody. Really what you're doing is you're subcontracting out to us to do all your bookkeeping, to do all your payroll, to handle all the screwing around that your staff would have to do with a lot of material, AP, AR, proactive and aggressive tax reduction planning. And that's not just Trevor, you're a CPA. We're doing real tax reduction planning with strategies that most people just don't know. Yes, we get down to the basics of managing your S-Corp salary, making sure that you're using SEP and simple IRAs or retirement plans, maybe getting into real estate. We have some of these interesting things of hiring your kids or doing estate tax planning for the future to make sure that you're really building something. And if I were to succinctly say what tax planning is about, it's really trying to control your profitability. Folks, if we save you just a little bit in tax for every $1,000, think of the profit that takes. That's a bottom line savings. That's huge. If you run a 10% net profit and we save you $1,000 in taxes, think of the revenue that represents. That's huge. So that's something that really gets us excited. We love, and in fact, if you are a contractor and you think you might have opportunities to save in taxes, contact us. Book a consultation. We will look at your tax return. We will find out if you are overpaying in taxes, and we'll get creative with it because we want to earn your business. We want you to come on board here. We're growing. You've been, what year did we start again? It was 2021. But you've been a CPA for a long time, accountant for 10 years. And you guys got out of the big corporate world because you wanted to add this value to small businesses. So if you have an inkling, even just a little idea that you're overpaying in taxes, or that you're missing some good, aggressive, proactive tax planning, or even if you just aren't sure when should you buy that truck, when should you buy new equipment, are you handling materials right? Contact us and we'll look at your tax return. You'll send us over last year's and the year before even, and we'll peek in and we're going to try and come up with ways to add value. The second thing that we'll do is we're your bookkeepers. We're your accountants. So we're going to do all of that messing around for you. We'll make sure that you are promptly getting your books done so that, when you're trying to borrow, when all of a sudden you go to Ziegler, you go to the cat dealer and it's time to get a new cat excavator, or maybe you're trying to buy new painting machinery, or it's time for even to buy a new home, or if you're going to buy a new building, well, you call us. We get those whippy skippy quickly because they're promptly done.
It's important.
And what are the way you guys do books? What's the rhythm throughout the month, year, and quarter and whatnot?
Yeah, the rhythm that we really focus on is what you need. So sometimes businesses need it weekly, sometimes monthly, but generally speaking, what we're looking at doing is every month you're going to have an updated book set, and then every quarter and every biannual set, we're going to give you reports. So you're going to understand what's going on with your business. So let's say that we just had last week, someone needed to get their financial statements. I was able to get those over to them with no problem because they were already done, because they'd been paying that outsourced bookkeeping. You weren't waiting for someone to actually get those done. A lot of times when you have part-time workers, you don't always have that expected 1, 2, 3 weeks timeline.
If you had an in-house accountant that's just kind of, yep. And so
if you go to a bank and all of a sudden the banker's asking for your profit and loss, your cash flow statement, your balance sheet, if you have an in-house person doing your bookkeeping, that's going to become a project for you.
Yeah. And it's probably going to be wrong, and it's probably been done foolishly, like if we're honest with it. So we'll take over all that. We'll handle it all. We set you all up properly. We'll take a look at your chart of accounts. We get everything caught up, and then we do your bookkeeping promptly, and we'll help you manage your cash flow. We're itching for ways to add more value. Like, to be frank, we're setting out to be a completely different tax and accounting firm than what you're typically seeing. And there's a lot of folks across the country like us now. There's more outsourced accounting firms that are kind of doing this, but we're itching to add more value. And that doesn't mean we want to waste your time. So we'll make your life easy. Behind the scenes, we'll just be handling everything when you subcontract to us. So in exchange for you paying, if you do the math on, if you paid somebody for 8 hours of work each week, maybe you're going to have a person come in once a week and do bookkeeping and maybe do some of your invoicing and a little bit of screwing around with payroll. Maybe that's $30 an hour, maybe 8 hours a week, or maybe your team actually spends a lot of time in that. So that number's even higher. But if we save you 8 hours a week at $30 an hour, like, that's a no-brainer. We're gonna be able to save a significant amount of money just by avoiding that in-house person that then you have to manage and whatnot. So when you connect with us, we'll look at your taxes, we'll do your books. Plus, we pay in your taxes throughout the year. Like your typical bookkeeper, you're still gonna have an accountant. We're a one-stop shop. And by doing your bookkeeping, we're also looking at your tax plan that we create. We're gonna pay in those taxes throughout the year to make sure that you don't overpay in taxes, make sure that you're not giving the IRS a free loan, and you end the year nice. Now, hopefully you're making so much money that Q4, we all know it rains in Q4. You guys are, and it's busy for us. We just made the comment about contractors are always calling at difficult times. So talk to us a little bit about, how do we accommodate general contractors, builders, and
Absolutely. I mean, one of the things that makes us so special and unique, specifically working with our contractors, we work with you. You don't work for us. So a lot of accountants are going to reach out and they're going to say, you need to fill out this organizer. You need to go ahead and give us this information. Hey, can you send us this? I'm not in the office, right? All that kind of stuff. But really, we've made it so you can text us, you can email us, you can call us up, and we're there. We answer the phone. We respond to your messages. We just were talking the other day to one of our contractors. He didn't have any time this summer, and so we said, hey, well, what if you're out on the job? I know you got some pause time in your Bobcat. Can you take a call? And so I said, yeah. So he called us when he was free on the job. We were free. We grabbed the call. We talked for a bit. We were with another contractor, and he said, just a minute. I need to pick something up real quick and put it down. I'll be right back. That's fine. Put it down. Come back to us. We really are here to support.
You make it easy to do business.
Yeah, because we're part of the team. We see us just like a team member might have to pause because of the betterness of their business. Same thing on our end.
And folks, the only way that's possible is that we're not doing 1,000 individual tax returns. The dirty secret within most tax firms and CPA firms and accounting firms, they're doing so many individual $200, $500 tax returns that they cannot point their attention towards small businesses to actually help them move the needle. We don't do that.
And I'm constantly hearing from new potential clients that my current accountant doesn't have any time for me. My accountant's taking 2 weeks to return an email. I can never get a hold of them. All they ever want to do is email, but they don't return my emails. So I can't call them, can't text them. That's different for us.
Banker's hours.
We actually want to talk to you. We actually want to make sure that you're satisfied with and you're getting what you need.
Again, we're itching to make this the best experience possible. And so if you like the idea of doing that, contact us. We'll take a look at your tax return. I dare you to contact us. We'll probably find some way to add value, whatever that looks like. Plus we'll look at your accounting, and we'll develop a scope of work just for you, right? And so usually what we do though is we'd like everybody to do their bookkeeping with us, accounting and tax, that outsourced accounting model. We only work with people that are kind of doing that set, and what that allows us is us to really deliver a lot for you. So if you like the idea of that, book a consultation. We'll take good care of you. And we really appreciate it, folks, no matter what kind of contractor too. So if you're a general contractor, you're a builder, you might be a landscaping contractor, you might be doing sod. We got tiling contractors. We got all sorts of deck builders, we got excavating companies, like just about anything. We love working with, no offense, and there's a lot of dudes, a lot of guys with their contracting business. That's right up our alley. We're in the Minneapolis, Twin Cities area. We just grew up with that and we love it. So book a consultation. We'll take good care of you.